Hello and welcome. It's Wes. It's been a while. We're going to be doing Let's Spy on Them. Hope you enjoy it. It's been a rough week. Timestamps in the comment section down below. Just look for my name. It'll be highlighted and pinned. Show more info and you'll see all the blue links there. Alright? As I pretty much say with all my videos, if the message doesn't make sense, please don't apply it. Use your judgment when things sound like your situation and when they don't. If I don't get your story, plenty of other tarot readers out there. Choose one, all right? Hopefully I do today, but again, if I don't stress about it. If you need to get a hold of me, my email is in the description box of this video. Just email me if you have any questions or you want a tarot reading or anything like that, all right? Thanks for anybody that leaves awesome comments on my video or you liked the video. And also those subscribers that have been watching me for years, you know who you are. I do appreciate all of you, all right? I think that covers just about all of it. Let's check the video feed, make sure that I am recording. Am I? It appears so. Great. Fantastic. Go to Aries. Aries. Tell me about the person now. Aries. Want to spy on. Who is this person? It says Seven of Wands. This person could be the local security guard at the mall, as evidenced by the baton in their hands. It could also be a ICE police officer. Get away from me! Get away! It is Leo energy. Let's see if I can straighten it. There we go. Okay. It is suggestive. Could be somebody that's a little on guard to you. That's a possibility. The other one is it's somebody that still wants to fight for the connection. Translation? They haven't had enough of you. What is this person that potentially hasn't had enough of a helping from Aries? What are they thinking about? What a chore it is dealing with you? I'm just kidding. What? Really, this lighting thing is bothering me. Oh, you know what? It's because of the light in the back there. I'm going to adjust that. The camera is literally having a meltdown. Which light do I focus on? That one or this one? Alright, so back to what they're thinking about, the Ten of Wands. It's not really, it's a little generalized here. You can talk about burdens. Or, you know, trying to cross the finish line. Let's see what else comes out. What else is this person thinking about in regards to Aries? Person we're spying on for Aries. We have Five of Wands. This is a little bit of a tough one, Aries, because there's two distinct possibilities in what it could be potentially talking about. It's suggestive on the one hand, a individual of some sort that is perhaps at a distance from you, potentially from either having a little bit of a debate with you, or an argument, or there was some type of discussion that probably wasn't very pleasant. And it would suggest in some ways a burden, or it's just like, God, dealing with Aries is such a hassle type thing. On the other possibility, it's potentially saying that it's an individual that still wants to invest or fight for the connection. All right. Now, I'm not saying this person's probably going to be holding a 1990s stereo system on top of their head outside of your garden. You know, modern day, if they are doing that and you want to call the cops, something not right with the guy. But it is suggested somebody that hasn't given up. I've still got a little bit in the gas tank for you. How does this person see Aries? Person we're spying on for Aries. Well, Ace of Cups. Somebody they would like to come offer their cup to. This, to me, Aries probably suggests somebody that sees one important thing about you. Familiarity. Yeah, Aries is a little rough around the edges. And a problem 90% of the time. But 10% of the time it's quite good with a cup of wine. Maybe they like being bossed around. You know, Aries has that personality trait in the sign to boss them around. What are you doing? Give me my wine! I could totally see that. What is this person we're spying on for Aries? What are they hiding from Aries? The Hierophant reverse, which tells us absolutely nothing. Why are they hiding the Hierophant reversed? The Eight of Cups reversed. So what it's saying there is that this is an individual that it's good and bad. The bad is it's suggesting this person is aware that you and them don't necessarily align on certain values and principles. So I've used this example many times in the past, and I'm going to use it again. This is like an easy way of looking at it. It's one person's a Republican, the other is a Democrat. And this person's like, well, how do we navigate that? Because I know we argue about that all the time, and we don't really actually work with that. And typically when we get in disagreements, then we don't like each other, and then we don't want to talk with each other. So they recognize that there's a problem in values there. However, with the Eight of Cups being reversed, it says that even though that's not really, for say, fulfilling, I still want to come back. I just want another helping. It almost implies like this person knows that when you and them, like, you probably have your times when it kind of works. But for the most part, it has some problems. But they're kind of looking at it like, oh well, what do I think this person's probably going to do? I think there's some, as I said earlier, some potential that they see this as something that's familiar to them, which is probably why they're considering just kind of dealing with the negatives. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you're going to actually jump to it and give them another chance. And for all I know, maybe this person's already talking with you. But the positive here is that this person still seems to have interest in you. And I would suggest it's probably romantic. It could be like the weird quirks or just, I don't know, certain things you guys do or when they've interacted with you that appeals to them. All right. How does Aries see this person we're spying on Aries? Last card. You see it as, the tarot suggests that you see it as a person that you've had a hard time moving things to calmer waters, right? If anything, it could kind of suggest that perhaps you've tried to steer it in a different direction, but there's been friction or problems, which again, in what they're thinking about, also kind of suggests it. All right. So the way this reading kind of looks overall, Aries, is to me it seems like a person you've dealt with already, that there's probably it's been a lot more harder than it needs to be to move things forwards. All right. But whatever. That's what I got for you, Aries. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a like if you got something out of that. All right. You got a person that still wants you. The question is, do you still want them? All right. Oh, this lighting is driving me nuts. Suckering succotash. Suckering succotash. Taurus. Alright, Taurus. Let's do this. Tell me about the person our Taurus want to spy on. The person our bulls want to... Okay, well, we have 2 of Wands here. Some Aries energy. This doesn't tell us a great deal here, Taurus. It's suggesting this, whoever we're spying on today is somebody that's just, I'm assuming, choosing you as an option. This could be whether to deal with you or not to deal with you. Or maybe they're considering where things are going between you and them, or they're not going. You know, maybe they see potential or they don't see potential. They're stuck in limbo. Tell them about this person that's stuck in limbo trying to make a decision about what to do with Taurus. What are they thinking about towards Taurus? The 8 of Pentacles. And what else are they thinking about? 4 of Cups. We also had the 7 of Pentacles upright come out. I was going to clarify the 8 of Pentacles, so I guess I'll just take it over that. What was the problem this person encountered with the 8 of Pentacles energy going to 7 of Pentacles upright towards Taurus? What was the prior problem? 6 of Pentacles reversed. All right. You've got a person here, Taurus, that essentially is, I don't want to say completely disappointed, but, I don't even know what their status is. For all I know, they're in Jamaica and you're halfway across the world in some other country. All right. But whatever the case is, the tarot's saying that there's some sense of lack with this person. So they're seeing you as an individual that has potential. Now, a lot of you are going to get very defensive right now and start saying, well, I don't give a you know what about them. All right, so let me rephrase that. They're seeing the connection, potentially, as having more potential, but it's not getting there. Why? I don't know. This 8 of Pentacles gives us a clue, and it's going to the 7 of Pentacles, suggesting that this person, in some ways, is seeing certain things that really are probably could have better outcomes. But I'm assuming it hasn't. And why am I saying that? Because this is right next to it. So when I asked about what happened in the past, it's saying 6 of Pentacles reversed. So this is almost the 90% indication that it's suggesting that whoever this individual is was seeing some sort of imbalance where they felt that your participation in whatever the hell it is what they were trying to accomplish just wasn't there. Now, I've been doing this for a while and I get it. Well, I wasn't doing this because of this. And had they done this, then maybe I would have done that. It doesn't matter. This is just what it's saying. So basically that this person, essentially, whatever happened in your situation, it would suggest that they felt it could have gone in a better direction, but it didn't. All right? The only clue as to why it didn't is potentially that things were lopsided. Now, I am sure, from the Taurus standpoint, there was probably a rhyme and a reason why you chose to do what you did. But it's not going to change the fact that this person still sees that it was lopsided, which is a factor in why they're thinking about this. Tell me about the person we're spying on for Taurus. How do they see Taurus? How do they see you? How do they? How do they see Taurus? This person we're spying on for Taurus. So we split the deck on 9 of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. 4 of Swords. This person may feel that you're kind of doing your own thing. The Four of Swords can generally talk about lack of communication, in some cases no communication. You can talk about a person that's healing or taking time out to themselves, or spending a lot of time in their room, as this person is. Now, is that realistically true in real life? Probably not. But from this person's standpoint, it is suggesting a time in relation to them. You're kind of taking a time out or just a break from them. And most times when people take a break from somebody, they ain't really talking. Alright? So it's not really, per se, bad, but it's not good either. What is this person we're spying on for Taurus? What are they hiding? What are they hiding? So we had the Temperance come out, but it was horizontal and it went over the Four of Cups. Why would they? So I'm going to take the Four of Cups. Let's put it over that here. Why are they hiding the Temperance horizontal over Four of Cups in Taurus? Because it says they'd like to talk about it. So what it's saying here is that Temperance is an interesting card here because it's a card of alchemy. You might have, for some of the people who have been watching me over the years, will know I've kind of talked about this before. It does kind of, in some ways, reference to two different things and how they interact with each other. Certain things just work and others don't. Now, in this particular case, it would be a person that is figuring out, essentially what they're trying to do here is figure out, how do I work with Taurus? And there's certain things we can't obviously work on, like, you know, it's not going to be a perfect situation, but how do we like kind of smooth the edges over so maybe there's a shot it could? It's kind of suggesting that, and it's going to that card I talked about earlier, which tells us that whatever it is that's bothering them or disappointing them, that they feel is not working, there's a potential they'd like to talk about it. This card can be messaging communication in some ways. We're putting effort towards it. Alright. So in what they're hiding, they would like to have a talk to you about what's frustrating them. But the fact that they're hiding it tells us that they're not doing that. Alright. Magician reversed is also telling us they don't see an opportunity to do so, or the situation as it is, or how it stands right now, isn't ideal. Alright. How does Taurus see this person responding? It says Two of Pentacles horizontal. Why does Taurus see this person as Two of Pentacles horizontal? It says Page of Cups reversed. That doesn't really tell me a whole lot, unfortunately. Why is the Page of Cups reversed? Here. So we have Five of Cups and Moon. We also could probably take this Six of Swords reversed. Well, I'm not going to try and overguess it here. It could be suggesting here from the tarot saying that the way Taurus would look at this person is someone where it's potentially stable at some points and then it's not. Alright. The Page of Cups reversed going to this Five of Cups, the Moon, can probably suggest disappointment in some ways. So, but I'm honestly not 100% on the true meaning of what it's saying here. It is suggesting some sort of disappointment. Alright. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Alright. You may also feel this person is a little bit lacking in the emotional department with the page being reversed there. In other words, their heart's kind of not even on, not even interested, and sometimes they can be a bit stubborn or spiteful. Alright. Which for some of you may be a little upsetting. Alright. Anyways, that's what I got for you, Taurus. What's the good news here? The good news is you still have somebody that is at least trying to find a solution. Although, whether or not they'll actually conclude anything is another story. But they are reflecting on, like, is there some way maybe this can work? Okay, they haven't figured that out yet. All right, good luck to you. If you got something out of that, give me a like. Thanks for watching, Taurus. Bye-bye now. Gemini, how are my lovely Geminis doing? I hope all of you are having a fantastic, or had a fantastic week. We're coming into the weekend. All right. It wouldn't be life without our Geminis. Something about the person our Geminis want to spy on. Who is this person? Queen of Swords? How does that relate to... No, I'm going to ask that. This could be a person you're waiting on communication from, Gemini. If you're not waiting on communication from this person, and you're like, Wes, no, then it could be suggesting that you are just I don't want to say on guard to this person, but we wouldn't say that your arms are wide open, and we wouldn't say that your heart is on a sleeve. It's more like if they were to approach, some of you may be curious as to what their motive or intention is, instead of being like, this is, it's like the difference between, like, when you have somebody that's ready and open because maybe it's a new thing, they don't know this person, well, they tend to be like more laid back, easygoing, whatever. But this kind of energy would be more like you're familiar with this person, and perhaps you've seen things that are not to your liking or lacking or questionable, and so you're kind of a little bit, I don't want to say uneasy, but you're a little on guard to them, kind of like, why are they here? What are you doing? Take a seat. Tell me about this person that our Geminis are potentially either on guard or waiting on communication, or expecting this person to communicate. What is this person thinking about towards Gemini? Ace of Swords. It's horizontal here. We have Death. We'll put that over there. What else is this person thinking about towards Gemini? Ten of Swords reversed. So essentially, this person's having a good old think to try and determine whether this is a done deal or not. Okay? The Ten of Swords reversed here is telling us a potential of swords falling out. Either they already have, or it's in the process, or something around that. Typically when connections fail or they end, if there was some type of negative ending, again, there's so many ways people can split up or go different ways or something like that, it can be somewhat of a sting. This is kind of suggesting the reversal here in their thoughts, coming out of that, or perhaps they're wondering if whatever happened in the past is, you know, past, well, over with. Now, what the scenario was and how it ended or things went in a different direction, that's different for every person, right? So just, again, just apply it to your situation, how you see fit. The death here is kind of suggesting questioning. Now, this card can go two ways here. Either it's putting this to rest, meaning that I'm done with this and moving on, or it can suggest starting fresh. But given that it's going to the Ace of Swords horizontal here, it's telling us that there's no clarity, or this person's seeking clarity over that. Translation, they don't know. That's what it's saying. How does this person that we're spying on for Gemini, how do they see Gemini? They think you've moved on. You don't give a rip. What is this person hiding from Gemini? Person we're spying on for Gemini. That they're extremely disappointed that you're gone. Now, this reading, I think, pretty much tells us everything we need to know, and you'll be able to rule yourself out immediately if you know that this was a person that truly did not give a rip, and they've been gone for quite some time, then maybe they're not showing up here, all right? For this reading to apply, it would probably suggest that this was a person that had some, at least some, emotional connection to you, Gemini, all right? I'm only saying this because there are certain situations where a person, you know, people get together and it was just more like a fling. You guys, you know, had your bedroom time or whatever like that, and it was a very detached kind of connection. I've had people write me an email, obviously for tarot readings and stuff. I've heard all kinds of situations. So this had to have been a situation that at least had some emotional investment. Like, I care about you, you care about me. But something went wrong here. Maybe it was changed, you know, guys just didn't get along because of, I don't know, yeah, you know, the relationship just kind of progressed in the wrong direction. All right. There is a lot of air energy here, suggesting that there is a very low amount of emotions. So I would think that this could be a connection where both sides, to some extent, you know, when dealing with each other, have their hearts completely shut off, and it's kind of like a cold as ice situation. But I do think in some ways neither would probably be able to truly read each other if that was the case, because behind that ice cold, rock hard heart is a mopey Tom here. And then we've got this queen over here. Don't care. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright, but anyways. Whoever this individual is, maybe they regret certain decisions. That's possible. Another possibility is, I don't know, maybe they're just upset that how it transpired or worked out, Gemini. But there is, again, some questioning on their side whether or not this will probably ever resolve or not. I think this person sees a possibility, but overall it doesn't seem like it's too optimistic. How does Gemini see this person we're spying on for Gemini? I don't know if to take this upright or reversed. Okay, so some of you may feel this person does, from time to time, probably keep tabs on you in a peaceful way, all right? and others of you may feel they're spying or being a bit more aggressive about it. All right? There's a difference, obviously, between a person that's just every once in a while, maybe you're still friends with them and they kind of see your stuff. All right? I would think that's more Page of Swords upright energy. If it's reversed, it would probably suggest that you get a sense that they're really making an effort to keep tabs on you. Maybe they're texting you from other numbers or something like that, trying to get information, or being more aggressive about their spying efforts. That's my guess, anyways. Why doesn't this person just talk to Gemini about the Five of Cups? Six of Pentacles reversed. What would Gemini think of the Six of Pentacles reversed? So we got five of swords there. Six of Cups reversed. Well, it's not really clear, and I asked the question, but it's not very clear. It's possible it's suggesting this person seems like it's a little bit one-sided, or like you may not care, but I'm not 100% Gemini. Anyways, that's what I got for you. Good luck to you, Gemini. Let's go to Cancer. Cancer, glad you could show up for your monthly session with me. Tell me about the person. Oh, the cards are just, look at them. They're just trying to, it's like they're trying to leave the reading. Like they heard it was Cancer's reading and they were actually physically trying to leave the deck. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Tell me about, Jesus. Tell me about the person we're trying to spy on for Cancer. Emphasis on trying. Who is this person? We have Tower reversed when I split the deck there. Says Seven of Swords. Could be a person that is trying to evade you, or this card is trying to leave the reading through that gate. It's very hard to say at this point. Why does it seem like everybody's trying to run from this reading? Tell me about this person that we're spying on for Cancer. This Seven of Swords individual. What are they thinking about? We have Devil energy showing up. Wow. What else are they thinking about towards Cancer? We have the Page here. How does this person see Cancer? King of Swords. What is this person doing in the Seven of Swords energy? Queen. What is the problem between this person and Cancer? Seven of Pentacles. I'm just trying to figure out what this person's trying to do. Or, well, where they're coming from. It's kind of in some ways suggesting, Cancer, that this is an individual that seems to be potentially in the background, evading you, somewhat at a distance. But what's bizarre and odd about it is that it shows infatuation towards you. Not only that, but restarting something. What is driving it? It's these two cards. There is some type of fascination. Either it's a fascination or there's other factors that are driving their interest in you. This energy is most common, I would say, for certain people, like situations, should I say, where it's an individual, right, that may look at a situation and say that there's a lot of problems or reasons why I shouldn't deal with it. But there's just something that they can't get enough of. All right. Whenever the devil energy is present, it's generally, especially in a reading like this, it is suggesting that there is something that allures this person, even if it's unhealthy. And there is a motivating reason, because this person does have some type of feelings for you. This could be somebody that sees, the potential of a marriage, or that you're like just their boo thing, or you guys know each other. But even if somebody feels like that, doesn't mean to say, as I said earlier, like that it's healthy. It could just be like a very toxic connection that just goes around in circles. That really on paper, seems like a train wreck, but people still, for whatever reason, they just keep coming back to it. However, in this case, it does suggest that whoever this individual is kind of in the background. All right. It also implies to some extent, Cancer, like this individual is, like, as far as communication, will be somebody that isn't per se talking with you, but wouldn't necessarily not talk with you. But again, it's very odd energy. It's like, how could, there's obviously more to the story, a reason why they're like that. So it's like, I probably shouldn't talk with Cancer. I mean, I suppose if it was the right conversation, then I would, even though I know I'm not supposed to, or I shouldn't. I don't really know how to fully explain it, but that's the best I can do. Tell me about the person we're spying on for Cancer. This very odd person. What are they hiding from Cancer? This person really has a strong desire towards you, Cancer. This has got to be for some individual that strongly sees desire or attraction towards you. All right. What is stopping this person from coming forward towards Cancer? It says the Six of Pentacles reversed going to the King of Swords. What does that mean for this person? Six of Cups, which again does not tell us anything. Let's find a different deck to figure this out. What is their issue with the Six of Pentacles reversed? Tell us more. And it goes over the Queen, the Chariot. So it's saying that there's some issue with navigating challenges with you, but it's saying in some ways there's a one-sided kind of whatever. Either it's one-sided or it's saying that you're not interested in giving to them anymore. For some reason. How does Cancer feel towards this person responding to Cancer? So it says the 5 of Wands reversed. This may be an individual you're just trying to stay out of conflict with. How does Cancer see this person we're spying on for Cancer? Somebody that wants to come out the cold with you. So this has to be a Cancer that maybe in some ways probably knows who this individual is. But, only because it seems like a situation is describing here where it's a Cancer that, again, knows this person, but doesn't seem to really reciprocate the same kind of, like, energy back towards them. In plain English, one person wants the other more than the other wants the other, right? Now, one would ask the question, why? Why would a Cancer be aware that this person has interest, but you don't reciprocate back? I don't know. I guess maybe there's things that you see in here that are just not going to work. So it's like impossible. Nothing I can do. But there is some emphasis that it's like a Cancer that's trying to just kind of not have any, either it's not have any drama with this person or you don't want to have any fights or problems with them. What can Cancer expect from this person we're spying on for Cancer? Judgment. Could be suggesting a decision of some sort. It went over the King. Well, actually, now I think about it, given that it went over the King of Swords, it's quite possible this person may declare something to you. But if I'm honest with you, Cancer, that's just a guess. The Judgment can sometimes talk about new beginnings. My overall opinion, Cancer, this seems like a person that, it's a Cancer dealing with a person that they've probably already had their time with them. You've kind of got to know them, know what they're about, and there was just certain factors or things that probably either they went around in circles multiple times or just a few times. But whatever the case was, it was a Cancer saying, you know, this ain't going to really work for me. I can't really do this anymore or whatever. You maybe decided to keep some distance from this person, but this person is still persistent or didn't really like your decision or maybe disagreed with your decision. But for some reason, as I said, it seems like they're kind of being in the background or evasive right now, but maybe it's because they know they have to, because you've told them to F off. I don't know. But it's suggestive here, and I'm only suggesting that because of the fact that it's saying like Cancer, like maybe being aware that this person wants to come back in the fold, but you don't want to deal with it. So with the Judgment there, it could be kind of implying like this person's going to get frustrated and maybe just say something to you. Like they just want a solid answer about where you stand. Are you sure you don't want this? How could you not want this? God. Gall. That's my theory here. Cancer, take it or leave it. Thanks for watching. Leave me a like if you got something out of that. Sounds like a real interesting situation. Where is my Cancer? Leo. How are my lions or tigers doing? Where are my polar pop tigers at? I was just thinking about polar pops today, and I was like, you know, I would love a polar pop. There's no like Circle K around here that sells them. I don't normally like the gas station fountain drinks, because every time you like get the soda and you like fill it up, it tastes nothing like the actual soda. It's like either there's no sugar or there's no syrup in it. But I do still have fond memories of my polar pop. Tell me about the person our Leos want to spy on. Who is this person? What can you know? It says 8 of Pentacles. This could be a person that's a librarian, or they just read books all day. I'm just kidding. God bless your soul if that is the case. Right. Tell me about this 8 of Pentacles. Why are they being described as that? We have an Emperor that is horizontal here. This could be a person that is working on themselves or working on some project or something where they spend a lot of time at work. Self-improvement's possible. It's just kind of almost implying like working on something. I just don't exactly know how to connect it to you just yet. Tell me about this person is suggesting for our Leos that is working on something or doing something around that. What are they thinking about? They're thinking about a tower. Looks like they want to do a little remodeling with you. Or who knows, build a tower with you. Well, I know I got it wrong the last time, but what's one more time? Looks like they took a little tumble the last time. Either that or you kicked them out of the bed. Get out of here! Had enough of you. Tell me about this person we're spying on for Leo. What else are they thinking about towards Leo? Wow. We got the 10 of Wands here. This whole reading seems like a construction job. How does this person see Leo? The Fool reversed and the 4 of Wands reversed. Struggling to see where the positive is here. Basically, it's just describing a person that is thinking and seeing this as something that I guess didn't go to plan, or it fell apart, it's unstable, it's a lot of work. I'm sure the Tower has a lot to say. I guess tell us about the Tower. Oh my God. What is this? Page of Cups. Tell me about the 10 of Wands. Person that we're spying on for Leo. Why are they thinking that? Why are they thinking about the 10 of Wands? 9 of Swords. How odd. Tell me more about the Tower. Person that we're spying on for Leo. Tell me more about the Tower. Why is that on their mind? So we have King of Wands reversed. It's not really clear, well, in my opinion, alright, it's not very clear on what it's suggesting, why they're thinking about the Tower here. Alright, there's some reference in some ways, like there's no action here, or passion, or something that's being, like, invested in the Tower, but it's just kind of odd the way it's listing it here. It's showing this person's, like, seeing a lot of stress or burden when they think about you. How does Leo see this person that we're spying on for Leo? Very bizarre reading. Strength. Kind of implies, I'm guessing, that you're holding back or resisting them. What is the problem between Leo and this person that we're spying on for Leo? What is a primary problem? What it suggests? Three of Swords. So if that's the problem, it's saying that this is still in effect. There's some type of pain or separation. I don't know. I mean, the Three of Swords can just talk about heartbreak, separation, frustrations, things not going well. So it's saying that that's not resolving or it's not coming out of it. So it's saying like that's why this person's probably in this energy. This is still not, in my opinion, very clear on what it's suggesting here. We have the Tower here, which again, we don't know what that's going to. So something didn't work. It's saying this is unstable, the way that they're looking at it. You're holding back, so you're not even participating, it's implying. What is this person hiding from Leo? So it says, Devil, this person still has a strong fantasy or interest in you. Now, high potential, there's some type of, and this, to be honest, Leo, this has got some similarities to the Cancer reading. It's an individual that one would now ask, why are you at a distance from them? It's kind of suggesting that. First off. The second thing is it's implying that when you and them came together, there was obviously some type of issues, enough so that there was a Tower, suggesting that there was some behavior or cycle occurring that wasn't healthy. Either for both of you or just one of you, I don't know. But whatever the case is, there was some blowout or something that happened. This person seems to be a bit frustrated that things ended, does probably question whether it'll ever restart, but at the same time has some type of attraction or allure to you, even though that they know in some ways that there's probably things that are not good. Like, meaning that, like, I know I should probably not go back to that. But I want to. But I know I shouldn't. Now, given that they're hiding the Devil energy, kind of implies that that's kind of like, in my opinion, like their dirty little secret. There's something that they like about the situation, or they like about you. This can especially apply even in situations where a person doesn't even see you as marriage material, or they have no interest in that, but they still want to mess around with the situation. Probably won't go anywhere, but I still want to deal with it. Why is this person so... I don't think we can ask this, actually. I'll ask the crow count. I don't think we'll get an answer here, but I'll still ask it. Why is this person in devil energy towards Leo. King of Pentacles. So there is still some, I think this person still has some desire or fixation to want to play a significant role in your life, Leo. The King of Pentacles can talk about long-term partners. In some ways, it kind of does match a little bit, because it kind of suggests like this person's stressing or getting frustrated about you, which again, I can't really pinpoint exactly what what they're stressing about there, Leo. But if somebody doesn't give a rip about you, then they're not even going to waste time to do that. Even if we can't figure it out, it's still telling us that there's some degree of effort from their side that is being wasted on you. So typically, people only do that when they're interested. Okay. We have Magician reversed here. This can also tell us that this person is struggling to see any type of means or opportunity to do anything with you. Basically, that the conditions or the situation, how it is between where you're at and where they're at, or how things played out, is not a good means to be able to do anything right now. Which can probably just fuel this even more. Alright. Now, I anticipate, based on this, that at some point this person will do something. I just don't know what. Alright. Strong suggestion that they aren't done with their Leo. That's what I got for you, Leo. That was a very confusing reading. Hopefully you got something out of that. Leave me a like if you did. Alright. Gotta move on. Got to move on. Virgo. Am I still streaming? It would appear so. Alright. Let's review your thing. 58. Virgo. Tell me about the person our Virgos want to spy on. Who is this person? Who art thou? We have the devil show up. Wow. Okay. So we got some Capricorn energy there. Tell us more about this person that we're spying on for Virgo. We have 6 of Cups. So the only description that's giving here, Virgo, is that this is some person that you had a lot of good times with, got along with pretty well, but at the same time with the devil energy, it's saying that there was some type of cyclic behavior or something that became negative, right? Emphasis on cyclic behavior. In other words, it just kept on going around in circles. It'll be different for everyone. Tell us about this person our Virgos have fond memories of, or it suggests they did, or may have had cyclic behavior. The person we're spying on for Virgo. What is this person thinking about? So we have the 7 of Pentacles. What else are they thinking about towards Virgo? Queen of Cups reversed. How does this person see Virgo? Turn person that we're spying on for Virgo, how do they see Virgo? So we have Ace of Cups, good. What was the prior problem here between Virgo and this person? What was the prior problem? So it says the Ten of Cups reversed. All right. So essentially, Virgo, what it's saying is that this person sees you as a potential. Let's start with that. A potential as somebody they would like to approach again or potentially re-engage. I'm assuming romantically. All right. The problem here is this person's questioning whether or not you still have any type of romantic feelings towards them or not. All right. The Seven of Pentacles doesn't really tell me much here, but it does kind of suggest that they are thinking about what would need to be done in order to make things better or to do things differently. All right. One would ask that question of why would somebody need to do that? All right. When I asked about what the problem is, it's saying between you and them, Ten of Cups is reversed. So it suggests that there was either a complete emotional detachment between you and them, or one of you lost feelings for the other more so than, like I said, maybe you stopped caring about them or they stopped caring about you, or maybe you felt like that. Why does it feel like it's blurry as fuck? So this could have been a Virgo that maybe you felt that they just weren't caring that much, or there wasn't much of an emotional connection, or as I said, maybe it was mutual, or there was just a loss of a harmony between you and them. So you must have had some type of history with this individual for there to be Ten of Cups energy. But there obviously is some type of nostalgia occurring, especially the Devil is very common for that. Talking about, even though it's an unhealthy cycle or something happened that this, an individual may know wasn't good, there's always that rose-colored glasses kind of way of looking at it. I know it sucked really bad, but there was also some good things. Like that one time we went to that one, sushi place and we got drunk in sake. That was great. But they're leaving out the part where, you got drunk and then basically had a screaming fit where the police were called and then somebody got left there and the tab wasn't paid and then someone got arrested. That part all got left out. That's what I'm kind of suggesting where this person's at. However, irregardless, what is the positive here so far? It's suggesting a person that still sees some potential with you. What is this person hiding from Virgo? The person we're spying on for Virgo. It goes over the Ace of Cups. The Eight of Cups reversed. That is about as crystal clear as it gets. So the Eight of Cups reversed here is suggesting an individual that wants to come back to a situation. But the rub is that this person already knows that there's been issues or problems. And that the logical side of their brain is telling them probably best just to avoid this and leave it alone. But there's some part of them that's still saying it's a good idea. I can't imagine who's suggesting that. Coming back to an emotionally unfulfilling situation. So this is kind of what it's overall saying is a situation between two people where it's wanting reality to be different than it is. Now, who's wanting it more than the other? It's probably this person. All right, meaning that it's probably a Virgo that's just more kind of dealing with them. But I think this individual wants things to be different, but recognizes they aren't. But what do you do? I mean, your options are you got to just leave it be or come back and make a plan. We got Three of Pentacles that just came out. I do wonder if this person may want to try and fix things. But this went over the Queen of Cups reversed. So that may be suggesting that what they're thinking about is whether you have any emotions still towards them. How bad is damaged? Why is that important? Because if you're not really enthusiastic romantically, then you're unlikely to want to participate in fixing anything. That's my guess here, Virgo. This sounds like a spare tire just wanting to desperately be part of the car, you know? Like, when is my turn again? I don't want to be replaced. I don't want to be left under the car. Take me back, Virgo. How does Virgo see this person we're spying on for Virgo? How does Virgo see this person that we're spying on for Virgo? So it says Four of Swords reversed. So this could just be suggesting it's an individual that you've already moved on past. Alright? If I had to take a wild guess in summary, Virgo, I'm assuming that this is a person you dated, it didn't work out with, that's been in the background probably for a while now, and is now getting really eager to want to come back into the picture. Either A, because they haven't found something better, which is probably a high possibility here, and B, because of maybe them being lonely or not getting what they want, they're now reflecting about what they did have. And maybe I should go and, you know, come back and see if I can reheat leftovers. Alright? Sorry that sounds kind of negative, but it's the truth. That's what I think this is saying. Anyways, do what you will with this. Alright, some of you may be interested in this person if they came back around, and others of you may just give them the finger. But yeah. Leave me a like if you got something out of this, Virgo. Do appreciate it. Alright, this person wants you, whoever they are. It's like the turd that doesn't want to flush. Libra. I am so thrilled and excited to be reading for Libra. Yes. Tell me about the person our Libras want to spy on. Who? Oh, who is this person? The tarot suggests it's somebody you have a lot of friction with. Either that or date night looks like you guys are beating the hell out of each other with sticks. Who knows? Tell us more about this individual that we're spying on for Libra. That Libra participates in beating the hell out with. Looks like they're fighting there or having a real go at each other. It's actually them in the tarot, it's just people playing games. But to me, this looks like a real aggressive game if you ask me. I mean, it's like Star Wars for the medieval ages. Tell me about this person we're spying on for Libra. What is this person thinking about? Person with this Five of Wands in hand. The Ten of Cups. Good. What else are they thinking about? The Hangman. It's kind of suggestive here, Libra. It's an individual that's trying to look at things for what they are, but look at things in a different way with the Hangman energy. All right. There is perspective going on here. Next to the Ten of Cups is probably looking at what is positive, I suppose, when it comes to you. Ten of Cups is a very good card, but this is, in my opinion, just looking at what was good. How do they see Libra? This person we're spying on for Libra. So it says Page of Pentacles, but it's horizontal here. This kind of just implies it's a situation that isn't, for say, stopped, but it's not starting either. It's like really nothing happening. It's just, actually, it's just implying stagnation or stagnant. Why is it stagnant? Because of judgment, it says. Perhaps everyone had their say. That's just how it's going to be. It says Four of Cups here as well. Two of Cups is reversed here. We've got Six of Cups reversed here. It does imply that whoever this individual was, there was some type of disappointment in the connection. Wah wah, but whatever. How does Libra see this person that we're spying on for Libra? Wow. It's quite a way to see them. Well, I mean, I guess it depends from situation to situation, but how extreme this would be. But it is implying in some ways for a Libra that may have seen this as just a shitty ending, or they betrayed you or screwed you over, or it was just a... This card can also talk about cheating, affairs, lying, betrayal, or just feeling, and if it's none of that, it's just suggesting like it was just a sucky ending. But with the Ten of Swords can also talk about it's dead and done. Done. We don't need to discuss nothing. There's nothing to discuss. That might explain why it's in limbo and why this person's sitting under the tree. I'm assuming this had something to do with it. Tell us about this person we're spying on for Libra. What is this person hiding? What are they hiding from Libra? So this person's at a crossroads about you. This individual may be trying to figure out where they left your body. They're still a little unsure. They may suspect that this reindeer over here knows where the body's at and is contemplating whether he should get rid of that reindeer as well. Oh, sorry. My mind was just on a little tangent there. It is implying that this person is looking at things from a potential path to maybe just leaving this be, and another path of maybe it'll come back around. I just want to know what happened to the reindeer. It's almost like this rabbit here is keenly aware that this person means business, and that reindeer is probably not going to survive. Alright. Feel better now that I got that out. Alright, so how does Libra see this person we're spying on for Libra? It says Ace of Pentacles is horizontal. You know what I find very interesting here is that there is some, what do we call it? Some, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Reciprocating energy between the both of you. So that's them, that's you. So it's like, you're kind of wondering when your pizza got delivered, and this person's wondering if they're going to deliver your pizza or not. So it's almost kind of suggesting potentially a Libra that is almost expecting this person to show up, or it's just a matter of time. We have death here. There may be a questioning on whether it's completely over, or there's a potential that it'll start fresh. I mean, he's just bones. So, I mean, I don't know how fresh we can get, but maybe there's some potential. Oh, so it's like, it's almost like this guy is now, you know, there's Libra there, and there's Libra post this. So you're kind of like almost saying, like, even if I was to come back and dick around with this guy, I'm like pretty much, you know, I'm toast already. I'm sure this person would work with it. All right. Overall, my opinion here, Libra, is this is a situation that seems to be kind of on the standstill. There is some symmetrical, or like I said, similar energy between you and them, where it's kind of odd in some ways, where it's like they know it's on hold and you know it's on hold, but there's almost, I don't know if it's a waiting energy or an expectation energy, where it's like, you know, it's just a matter of time before it starts up again, or something happens, or it resolves. All right. But at the same time, I'm saying that there is also like this energy of, is it over or is it done? There seems to be some problem or issue here that doesn't seem to have any suggestion it's resolving. It does imply that whoever this individual is aware of it and is trying to think about it, or maybe look at the positives. But even if they're doing that, it still implies that there's disappointments with the connection. All right. What will happen with this? Who knows? Anyways, that's what I got for you, Libra. Good luck to you. I don't know what to think really of this reading. I just want to know where the body was buried. Where was it buried? It'll show up in true crime eventually. Scorpio. Scorpio. Tell me about the person our Scorpios want to spy on. Who is this person? It says Seven of Wands. It's got some Leo energy there. Why are they being described? The person we're spying on for Scorpio, why are they being described as the Seven of Wands? Death reversed. This may be an individual that's not done with a Scorpio. Tell us more about this person that seems to be not done with Scorpio. What are they thinking about towards Scorpio? So I split the deck onto Nine of Swords. We're going to take that. And I'm going to take this as well, the Ace of Wands reversed. What else are they thinking about towards Scorpio? I'll tell you in a second what that means. Tower reversed. Whoever this individual is reflecting on a situation between you and them that very much either it ended, or maybe you still have contact with this individual, or something went wrong. But it's describing in some ways delays or setbacks. But it does kind of almost suggest that irregardless of whatever the situation is, this is a person that is still like attached to whatever happened. It's like a person that hasn't moved on. That's all I can really say on that just yet. Let's find out more. How does this person that's not over with whatever this issue is with Scorpio, how do they see Scorpio? So we'll also split the deck on 4 of Wands. Page of Pentacles reversed. This person's stressing and it's not going anywhere with you. What is the problem between Scorpio and this individual that had the Tower moment with Scorpio? Judgment reversed. This can also suggest some type of major decision was unable to be made, or there was arguing or disagreements between each other about something. Tell us more about the Judgment reversed. Well, it's saying whatever it was did cause quite a bit of damage. So with the Five of Swords can literally tell us in some ways it's a loss for everyone. Okay? Even though the card in some ways does talk about sometimes one person or one organization of some sort getting what they want, it kind of also says that this, on the other hand, at what cost? So this is like in the mission of, let's say, an individual in a connection is so controlling or gung-ho, to make, I don't know, like they will refuse to compromise on something that if it means kind of being rude or mean to you or whatever, then so be it. Who the fuck cares? But sometimes these situations occur when, and especially with this Tower being here. Even though it's reversed, it was upright at some point. This probably tells me that this could have been a situation where one or both people were overstepping their boundaries in some ways, where there was an issue or a problem or something that wasn't going well. And it might have been something really like, it doesn't have to be anything major. It could have just been like disagreeing with, I don't know, if you got kids with each other about how to raise the kid or what school they're going to. That could be a great example here. Or perhaps career paths or financial problems could have been a thing if you're living with this person at some point. I don't know. Those are just examples, all right? But it's saying that whatever this kind of maybe like decision or whatever was being argued about, it did like cause some collapse here with the Five of Swords. Like a blowout. And typically those situations can lead to a Tower. So I would assume it was a scenario where neither really saw it coming. Tell me about this person we're spying on for Scorpio. What are they hiding from Scorpio? So it says Two of Wands reversed. Why is the Two of Wands reversed? Why is it reversed? The Two of Wands. So it says Three of Swords. Whoever this individual is, Scorpio, I cannot stress it enough in this reading. It is an individual that is either heartbroken, upset, frustrated, angry, who knows. But they must have had some type of investment in you. You and them. Something went wrong here. Perhaps their behavior sucked. But as I've said many times before, it typically takes two to tango. So one would ask, what was Scorpio's role? Who knows? Alright? But whatever the case was, even if it was 70% this person's fault and only 30% yours, it's still suggesting this person's upset or and it's in this case it's almost implying secretly upset. And with the Two of Wands reversed, it's almost saying that they can't make a decision. It's like they can't, and that's probably accurate because it's suggesting sleepless nights here with the Nine of Swords. Ace of Wands, there's no spark, it's not going anywhere. So this person's basically frustrated with how things turned out. Like, this is stupid. Hate this. Now, obviously we won't apply to all Scorpios, but I don't know, this is what's, Tarot wants to bring out tonight. Individual could have strong romantic feelings for you. May feel detached and out in the cold from you. May seriously want a relationship. Wow. And may want to come out of the Five of Cups energy. Wow. Well, I don't know what's going to happen here, Scorpio. All I know is you must have stung this person quite badly. Alright. Now, if you're a Scorpio that really hasn't been dealing with anybody at all, and it's been quite quiet in your life as far as the romantic or the romance department goes, then maybe this reading won't apply to you, alright? Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you got something out of it. Use your judgment on what to do in that situation. Sounds like a crazy one. Sagittarius, please take a seat. All right. Tell me about the person our Sagittarius want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What can we know? What can I know? And what can you know? It says Nine of Wands. Sagittarius energy. Can't really say much off this card here, Sagittarius. It's just implying some situation that's a little bit of a struggle. Or both of you are somewhat, a little bit more so on the defensive side with each other. Or it's a situation where you guys are just trying to rough it out with each other. Struggles. Tell us about this situation between our Sagittarius and this person we're spying on for Sagittarius. It's suggesting a struggle. Whoever this individual is. What are they thinking about towards Sagittarius? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Wah wah. We're not going to take that. Tell us more about... No, actually don't tell us more. What else is this person thinking about towards Sagittarius? The person we're spying on for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I'll tell you in a second what this is saying. So all it's saying in this person and what they're thinking about is that they're reflecting on why, like, things aren't going anywhere. If anything, it's stalled or not going, like I said, anywhere. Alright, so this is coming back to this Nine of Wands, implying like there is some type of blockage, a wrench in the cogwheels. Either you guys are disagreeing, being stubborn, pointing the finger as to who's doing what, not doing what they should be doing, or I told you to call me, you never did. Or, I don't know, maybe the attitude is just really, negative towards each other. It's hard to say. Maybe it's something as simple as there's too much, it's a distance issue. Maybe it has nothing to do with fighting or arguing. Maybe it's something, like I said, just, I don't know. Just fill in the blank, use your imagination. But whatever the case is, this person's kind of seeing delays or it's not going anywhere. And they're thinking about that. How do they see Sagittarius? The person we're spying on for Sagittarius. Two of Wands at a crossroads. This almost seems like a kind of like, it's almost going in the direction of a reading where it's like a scenario between you and some other person where it's on the fence about either whether we should even continue it or just leave it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Let it be. I don't know the rest of the song, but you get the idea. How does Sagittarius see this person we're spying on? We have High Priestess. So we have Seven of Wands. This kind of, I'm taking a somewhat of a guess here, Sagittarius. This may be suggesting that some of you are contemplating whether of the potential of this individual, of if you could move it forwards, or whether you should even stick around and put time into it. The High Priestess energy is kind of implying like maybe there's some type of like a Sagittarius that's in their mind about it to some extent, but trying to kind of trust their gut or kind of weigh in, their emotions as well. This whole situation just seems like it's kind of like a should we or shouldn't we type thing. What is this person that we're spying on for Sagittarius? What are they hiding? This person we're spying on. We have the Fool. I think this person wants to come back around. And we have the Knight of Swords. Wow. I do think this person still has an interest in wanting to come back around, but it's in what they're hiding, suggesting that there is some side of them that does want to reach out. And I don't know if it suggests, hey, you, and I guess me, you want to, like, you know, do something? I don't know how you would feel about it, but, you know, I would imagine that's how it would kind of play out. Still want to just, you know, hit it for old time's sake? Kind of implies yes. Just kidding. I think this person's holding you back because of how they see you. It's almost implying like this individual is kind of seeing like maybe the situation is stalled or stagnant, or it's not going anywhere, or it may not go anywhere. How they're concluding that, I don't know, Sagittarius. I'm assuming just whatever happened between the both of you and what they're seeing maybe on your social media, if they even have access to it. Or they're just theorizing it, that it's like kind of maybe you're still would consider them. But whatever the case is, they're not very confident. And they're also, there's a part of them that kind of is reflecting like, I would say a somewhat larger side that's looking at it like it's not going to go anywhere. But in what they're hiding, it does kind of suggest like maybe if the stars aligned or something changed, they'd be open to approaching you. But obviously, there's some factors here that I'm not seeing which are kind of holding them back, you know. That's kind of eroding at their confidence. And perhaps, you know, with the Seven of Wands, could also say some of you are a little bit guarded towards this person, like trying to protect yourself. But what else can we know? One more card, and then I'm done. We have Justice. It's saying something will be made right here. My overall impression here, Sagittarius, is I'm not, like, too, if I'm honest, I'm not 100% sure who exactly this person is. If it's somebody that you're interacting with, or it is an ex-partner of some sort. It could really go either way. This kind of seems like a timeout, but not a very good timeout. Like we intend to get back together. It's kind of like a timeout. Like we probably need to go our separate ways type thing. But there, as I said, this person seems to still. There's some part of them that still wants to try and have a go at it, or see if it could go somewhere else. But anyways, hopefully that made sense to someone. All right, I gotta move on. Thanks for watching. Leave me a like if you got something out of it. Sorry I kind of rambled a little bit in that reading, but I mean, it was a little confusing at times on what it was saying. Two more. Why is it so fucking blurry? Get that. I don't know. Why is the camera blurry? Who the fuck knows? Alright, what's going on? Time to move on! Capricorn, tell me about the the person our Capricorns want to spy on? Who is this person? What can we know? So we have some Gemini energy with the Lovers. This could have been a person you're very fond of. Some of you may have even seen this person as a potential for a forever partner. Tell us more about, no, don't tell us more. Tell us about what this person that we're spying on for Capricorn, what are they thinking about towards Capricorn, this potential soulmate, person described as the Lovers. What are they thinking about towards Capricorn? Ten of Swords reversed. Okay. What else are they thinking about towards Capricorn? Person we're spying on for Capricorn, what are they thinking about? One more card. We have World reversed. We'll just guess we use Banana Tarot. Tell us more about the World reversed. Why are they thinking about that? Person that we're spying on for Capricorn. Why? And then we have the Ten of Swords reversed again. Whatever it's suggesting here, Capricorn, it's kind of describing that it's some scenario or situation between you and them that I guess was a little bit difficult or not so good, but it's saying it's like almost in the past, it's over. But with the World reversed, it's kind of highlighting to this person that it was a flop, a failure, it didn't work. Or there's some recurring issues that were never resolved. Okay. So far, this reading is suggestive of nostalgia. That's all I got so far. Tell me about this person we're spying on for Capricorn. How do they see Capricorn? How do they see Capricorn? Nothing. Let's use the Dark Tarot. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Capricorn. How do they see Capricorn? There we go. So it says the Tower reversed. So this person's keenly aware that you're an individual where something between you and them just couldn't work. Now the problem when it comes to the Towers is, who the hell knows what it's talking about? It could be suggesting a multitude of things. But it is describing some behavior or scenario or situation that more than likely the devil energy was present in that didn't work. It was either a toxic situation or something that was unhealthy or unproductive overall for the connection. So there was obviously some type of blowout or an ending because of it, or it caused a shakeup. This person's reflecting on that, but they kind of see you as that individual. You know, you're somebody that they obviously had some type of major calamity with. However, with the Tower being reversed, it's almost implying, like, once again, this heavy emphasis on this as it's past. It's been done. We're done. I did my time. I'm out of prison now. This person still has some type of love for you. Got the King of Cups here. That's more than likely why they were reflecting on this. How does Capricorn see this peach? I have Ace of Swords. We also have the Temperance here, reversed. I'll take that. How does Capricorn see this person we're spying on for Capricorn. How do you see them? Oh my God. Oh, why is it? So we got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. It suggests from a Capricorn side two things. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is telling us that you've seen or witnessed or experienced certain behaviors or problems or issues or things when it came to this person, whatever it may be, that probably weren't very productive. This could have been like, you told me you were going to get a job 17 years ago. Have you got one yet? Why would that be bad? Well, because, you know, it's pretty hard to live life without any money. All right, this person may not have got that message. All right. But perhaps you kept on giving them chances. All right, that's just one example. Perhaps it's just behaviors where one of you was saying, hey, you know, we probably need to change this, you know, so we could probably have a future together. And the other one just doesn't seem to get on board with that plan, and it just starts going to real. One's going in one direction, one's going the other. And then there's an argument about, well, why are you doing that? I'm trying to do this. Some confusion there. Temperance reverse is also suggesting that there's obviously behaviors, things, or whatever that don't work between you and this person. And at times, it's probably even frustrating. With the Ace of Swords, it's kind of implying that you want truth or clarity. Perhaps suggesting that there's things that you know bother you, but this person never seems to be transparent or be willing to give you a clear answer on it. Maybe this person just doesn't want to talk about it ever. It's like, why do we have to talk about where I was at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why do you need to know that? Well, because you were supposed to be here at 4 o'clock to take me to work. Excuse me for trying to have a good time. Some of us had parties to go to. Mrs. I have a job over here. Hopefully it wasn't like that. There seems to be, and this is going to be a side message for some of you. I don't know why I'm getting it for this reading. Financial problems could be a very definite thing here. Could have been a situation. I mean, not to throw men in the dog pound here, but it does look like this guy is chasing after this woman here. Okay. This could have been a situation where it's kind of struggles. Won't apply to all of you. It's just, that was a side message, right? One's leaving, one's chasing after another, and then it's coming back to each other. It could have been kind of a weird scenario or dynamic going on here. Tell us about the person we're spying on for Capricorn. What are they hiding? What are they hiding? Says the Seven of Swords. You know, I'm just taking a small gander, and I really don't, because I know in tarot that there are certain people that get really paranoid, right? But I just have to say it, because it's like in what they're hiding. There could be suggestive that they stalk you or keep tabs on you. Another possibility here is because if you notice in the background is the mythical figure Red Eyes, which does talk about creating illusions and scenarios that can kind of be tricky to know what's really going on. All right. things actually don't appear as they seem, type thing. So with them hiding that, could be suggesting perhaps they play games with you from time to time. And that's only an if. If they're having contact with you. Or maybe you don't even know it's them. Who knows? There could be, again, there is a suggestion it could be some type of stalking or playing games there. Or keeping tabs. You would want to hide that, because you wouldn't want someone to be telling you that. Maybe they follow you. Now, that's not a, a definitive thing there. Tell us more about the Seven of Swords. This person may be curious as to where you go or what you're doing or who you're seeing. Maybe it's not them. Four of Cups here. Oh, man. We're at the Five of Pentacles reversed here. There may be... I think we just reconnected there. Hopefully I didn't cut off too much here, Capricorn. But my overall last thing I'm going to say in this reading, there may be some curiosity from whoever this individual is on if you're reconnecting with some other person or you've got back together with somebody from the past. All right? Maybe that's not them. My impression is that this could be a jealous type individual or somebody that is probably got certain stability issues or features around that. If I'm entirely truthful, this may also apply to certain Capricorns that also kind of engage in this kind of, style of dating, if you will, where it's kind of like a little dysfunctional sometimes. All right. If you're a pretty stable, solid Capricorn, this reading may not truly apply to you. The only exception is if you have had some burnout or some turbulence with a person that was pretty significant, then I guess you could still apply it here. If that is the case, it is still nonetheless, whichever situation it is, it's a person that could teeter on obsession, and that's probably being driven by this. All right? They may not just be done with you. They may not have been happy with how things ended. Now, they might have behaviors I'm not seeing here. Maybe they like to get around themselves. Maybe it's suggesting with the Seven of Swords energy, they could also be a bit of a cheater. I don't know. Or a game player. All right? But I'm still going to stick with my first impression that this person may be somebody that likes to keep tabs on you in the background. It seems very suspicious with that, especially with the wolf or red eyes in the background. Is very synergistic with that. Causing illusions, kind of playing games, things like that. Anyways, sorry that was kind of a witch hunt kind of reading. If you got something out of that, leave me a like. Thanks for watching, Capricorn. I'm done. This person does still have also emotional feelings, as I said, which seems to be driving all of this. All right. Bye for now. Bye for now. Bye forever. Or just till next month. Aquarius, how are my Aquas doing? Some of you may be on life support. Others of you are doing probably just fine. But rest assured, you're safe here, Aquarius. You're in your safe spot here. Alright. Tell me about this person that probably traumatized our Aquarius. Who are they? One card. Says the Lover's reversed. Alright. So also got something like this for Capricorn. Not quite. This may be a person that you were quite tight-knit with, Aquarius, but you fell out with. Alright. For what reason? I don't know. That's some Gemini energy there. Also, slight potential for game playing. I'll just throw it out there. We'll see what else comes out. All right. I don't know why that came out. We're going to put that back. It was Six of Wands. We won't take that. Tell us about the person our Aquarius want to spy on. What is this person thinking about? This person being described as the Lovers reversed. What are they thinking about towards Aquarius? Do we have Queen of Cups here? We also have the King of Cups. What else are they thinking about towards Aquarius? This person we're spying on for Aquarius. We also have Page here, suggesting they may want to reach out. Hermit. This person's having a good old think. They're trying to outthink an Aquarius. What this actually tells us with the Hermit here is that there's some contemplation about them taking some sort of action. But typically before decisions are made, Hermit energy can be a person trying to determine the road ahead. In other words, navigating potential obstacles before they implement or do something. So it's kind of like a person that's being a bit cautious before, you know, jumping the gun type thing. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Aquarius. How do they see Aquarius currently? Seven of Wands reversed. This person may feel that you've given up Aquarius, or you just don't care to either commit to them anymore or put any effort into it. So we'll keep using that. Why are they thinking about King of Cups towards Aquarius? So we have the Nine of Wands. Tell us more. Also have Ace of Swords here. This person may find it difficult, Aquarius, to either communicate their emotions, or like, you know, certain people have certain ways of displaying how they love somebody or care about somebody, or how they show affection. This person may find it difficult to do that with you. For what reason, I don't know. It does kind of almost suggest that they would be thinking about clearing that up, or trying to talk about that, or maybe, I don't know, just say that it's difficult for them. Like, I mean, that's kind of like just a guess there, Aquarius, but it's suggestive of something like that. How does Aquarius see this person we're spying on for Aquarius? How do you see this person? What does the tarot suggest? Ace of Pentacles reversed. It almost implies like it's an Aquarius. It's just seeing this as kind of like a dud situation. It's not going anywhere. They see it and you see it. Or it's also Aquarius just describing like there's just no potential right now. Or it's not, it hasn't had, or there hasn't been an opportunity to do so. Or maybe it's just, it could be just maybe because this person's, you know, in their own world trying to think about things. Tell us about this person that's, the person we're spying on for Aquarius. What are they hiding from Aquarius? Person we're spying on for Aquarius. What are they hiding? Nothing? I don't know if I should use this deck, but whatever. What are they hiding? So we have Hierophant reversed. Why are they hiding the Hierophant reversed? Page of Swords reversed. Like, what do we, like, Spirit, what do we remotely need to know about that? Hierophant reversed and Page of Swords reversed. What would we need to know about that? Nine of Pentacles. What does that even mean for Aquarius? It's talking about qualities or something about a person. Again, what does it mean for you? I don't know. What does that mean for Aquarius? Balance. Justice. Oh, God. Sometimes, you know, I just like it when readings just go like butter, and then when they just have you it's like you get through an Aquarius reading, and sometimes it's just like you hit a wall with it for some reason. Why do they need, like, what is this person doing in the Hierophant reversed energy? The person we're spying on for Aquarius, the Fool reversed. And what is going on in the Page of Swords reversed? Ten of Wands. So I've kind of figured it out a little bit. It's kind of suggesting here, Aquarius, that whoever this individual is behind closed doors, is somewhat negative towards the situation, in that they're seeing that there's differences between you and them that may not be compatible. And there's some questioning whether it's better to stay single or to even waste time in this. There is some also reference of like this being like difficult in some ways, or it's just like a lot. I don't know how they're seeing that or what it means for them, but it's kind of odd because it's a bit split. It's somewhat suggestive that despite all the BS, there is still some attraction to the situation and emotional investment, but there's a heavy emphasis that this person, from their standpoint, just kind of looks at it like, well, Aquarius doesn't really give a shit. I'm kind of, to some extent, not very confident it's going to go anywhere. And even if I was to come around to Aquarius, it's going to be a lot of work. So it seems to me like there's a little bit of like a defeatist energy here. This could be why they're in this energy, this Hermit, because there's some questioning on whether it's even, you know, worth the time, given where things are at. Why does this person see the situation as such a, like, why are they seeing it as taxing to them, or a burden of some sort, or tedious? It's saying Seven of Cups. So part of the reason is that they're seeing that there's too much confusion. This person may want definitive things or to see things in a definitive light. But in my opinion, there's other things going on that we're not seeing here. So this could be a scenario where it's an Aquarius dealing with this person, and this other individual has issues that are complicated to deal with for an Aquarius, where it's like, I don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. And maybe this other individual doesn't see it like that. I'm not sure. But I would think from an Aquarius standpoint, you would, well, I don't know. It just depends, all right? Sometimes Aquarius can not say how they truly feel about things. It's hard to say. I mean, overall, Aquarius, I don't know really what else to say, you know. This seems a bit of a mess of a reading, if you ask me. It's a little tricky to know definitively, but I think this person does kind of still have interest in you overall. I just kind of see like the situation being stuck for a while. If there is a chance that it'll start up, or, you know, this person will, you know, probe to see if you have any interest, it'll come from them. All right, that's my guess. Good luck, Aquarius. Sorry this reading was kind of shitty, in my opinion, but that's the best I can do. All right. It's kind of a confusing read. Pisces, you are my last sign. I truly hope your reading is a little bit easier than the Aquarius reading I just did. Tell us about the person our Pisces want to spy on. Who is this person? We do have the Wheel of Fortune reverse that came out. I will take that. Tell us about who this person is. So it says Three of Pentacles. So it's suggesting it could be an individual that you tried to work on things with, or work with them on something, but it didn't go in your favor for one reason or another. The Wheel of Fortune reverse could just suggest it was bad luck, bad timing, or the means to kind of, I don't know, like it should have maybe worked on paper, but it didn't. It can also just, like I said, just suggest, you know, a situation where both people tried it and tried to maybe work on things and it just didn't go there. Or it's just suggesting struggles working with each other or getting along with each other, progressing on certain things. Tell us about this person we're spying on for Pisces. This individual that's been described as somebody that it was difficult for Pisces to work with, or they had a hard time working with Pisces. What is this person thinking about towards Pisces? So we have the Death reversed. What else are they thinking about? So we have the Nine of Cups. It's horizontal though. So this person, whoever they are, is kind of looking at unfinished business here, Pisces, or something that in their eyes potentially had potential to go somewhere, but it never got there. All right. The Nine of Cups being horizontal here is suggested when we look at the Death reverse card that this person may have had some type of expectations that never were met. Which probably tells me that there was unforeseen issues that arose that were, again, unexpected, unforeseen. This person seems to be reflecting on that. How do they see Pisces? This person we're spying on for Pisces. They see you as Tower. Again, it's coming back to some situation or something that happened unexpectedly they didn't see coming. Now, what the Tower is talking about here, who knows? Could be describing a situation Like, this can also be describing situations where it's like you and them were going strong, going good, and then something just happened where it just rapidly declined. Tower can be mysterious in that it comes in all kinds of situations unexpectedly. Maybe you saw that some ex-girlfriend or some ex-boyfriend called. And you're like, I thought you were done with them. That would be unexpected. 1 minute's good, now we're questioning their motives. How does Pisces see this person we're spying on for Pisces? So we have the King of Wands. It is reversed. So this could be a fire sign to state the obvious, but it is suggestive with the King being reversed here. You may feel this person's behavior is not, oh my god, my nose is itching. You may feel this person's behavior is not consistent, Pisces, or erratic, or unpredictable at times. You kind of wonder, sometimes it seems like this person's committing to me, and then they're not. In extreme cases, it could be also describing a Pisces that sees this person as a bit argumentative, jealous, or possessive, or crazy. That's only for extreme situations. Could just be saying that you see them as a difficult person. Stubborn. Or possessive at times, or jealous. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Pisces. This person, the Four of Wands came out. You may have tried to have a functional connection with them, but again, with the King of Wands reversed, it may have been very difficult to do so. What is this person hiding from Pisces? The person we're spying on for Pisces. This person still, I think, has interest in you. I'm going to take that. This Queen of Cups is telling us that they still have desire emotionally towards you. We have Three of Swords here. Why are they hiding the Queen of Cups from Pisces? They're worried about conflict or something around that. And it went over the Death reversed. I'm not sure what to think overall, definitively, Pisces, because it's telling us a person that is like interested in you still, but is kind of holding back because they're concerned that it would raise some type of potential friction. Whether that's actually true or not, who knows. But in some ways it does kind of like suggest a Pisces that kind of looks at this person as not the best, you know, not in the best regards. Like you kind of see behaviors that you may feel are negative or have been problematic in the past. This person may be aware of that, all right, given with the Five of Wands energy going to Death reversed, that you may bring up certain things that either they've done or that have happened in the connection. And this person's probably aware of it. Right? And what they're thinking, it's not truly definitive on what they're trying to accomplish here. Other than that, they're just kind of reflecting on what didn't work. Or what didn't go to plan. I will ask what their intention is. We'll see what it says. Tell us about this person we're spying on for Pisces. What is this person's intention towards Pisces? So we have Five of Swords reversed, one card, and what their intention is towards Pisces. So this person really does still want to come back around to you. The Five of Swords reversed is also kind of highlighting trying to abstain from any drama or problems. To me, this is like a person looking at a situation where maybe they screwed it up, or maybe it was just mutual the way it went, that there was kind of like you guys just went your own ways. It doesn't have to be as extreme as I'm saying here, Pisces. You know, everybody's situation is different. But overall, it's kind of talking about a person that has seen some friction or problems or whatever that may be between you and them, but they still aren't quite over you, all right? It's strongly suggestive that there's still something about you that they find interesting, enough so that they want to come back around. The problem is, how do they do that? The tarot's not directly telling us, but it's describing that there's some type of dilemma or problem this person's aware of that is kind of like suggesting that if they were to just directly come to you, it could be like you either would not be happy about it, or you may reject it, or you may want to start talking about certain things that went wrong between you and them. You know? Like, maybe you're going to bring up, well, were you cheating on me? Or, you know, you left me like 5 times. This person may be like, I do not want to talk about that. If I have to take a guess, this person already knows what, if you do have issues with them, they already know what it is that you're going to say. That's the question. How do I get around that? What is the good news? What is the positive out of this? I think this person, whichever way we want to look at it, does want to come back around, but they're seeing roadblocks, Pisces. What they're going to do, who the hell knows? Maybe nothing. I do get a sense that this person, this does describe a situation but between a Pisces that probably does not have a very good opinion of this person. I think this person, as I said earlier, is aware of it. How they're going to navigate that, I don't know. Have they actually changed any of their behavior? If that was the case, and you just like, you know this person to be problematic, probably not. I don't know. All right. Good luck to you, Pisces. Who knows what's going to happen, but I do wish you the best. Leave me a like if you got something out of that, Pisces. All right. Who might they be? This is the total mystery read part of the video. If you pretty much if none of the readings made sense to you, or maybe none of the situations apply to you, who the hell knows? Guess we'll just do a reading and maybe this will have some relevance to you. If not, then you're out of luck. All right? I don't know what to tell you. Tell me about, we're doing a reading here, Spirit, for the people that really don't apply to any of the other readings for the signs. You know, we'll call this the basket case reading. What do we need to know about a person that is interested in whoever this applies to? It says somebody that's holding back from you. Okay? What are they thinking about? What are they thinking about? One card wants to come out. How to overcome some type of challenge or move things forward. What else? What else are they thinking about? This mystery person. They want to make something right. Okay. How do they see whoever this applies to? How do they see it? This person has very strong attraction. So that the devil energy being here is saying that it's an individual. Well, they see you, devil. Actually, let me hold my tongue here. What is this person hiding from whoever this applies to? This person that's interested in our mystery, our collective, I guess. Whoever this applies to. It's saying 7 of Cups. So it's saying they're confused behind closed doors. Why are they puzzled about whoever this applies to? Why are they puzzled? They wonder if you still care about them or still have feelings about them. The devil here does kind of suggest that this person, it's describing some type of individual that I'm guessing recognizes in some ways that they have participated in some type of craziness with you. Could have been a toxic situation, a third-party situation, or it was just a back and forth or a cyclic kind of situation of break up, get back together, break up, get back together. As I always say, the devil energy is a heavy energy. It shows up in very crazy situations, pretty much always involving some type of insanity cycle or illusion. So with the devil energy being here, one clue is that this is an individual that has, in some way, shape, or form, been in some type of crazy cycle with you, romantically. What is positive, despite that devil energy, though, is in their thoughts, it's showing constructive thinking. Good. However, what is somewhat negative is that, well, it's not negative, but it is going to cause delays, is that there's some unknowns about you. Whether, like, basically they're looking at it like, I don't really know if they still have interest in me or not. So, this probably tells me it's a situation that's been kind of in the, in ruin for a while. It may have been a past situation that's had some time, where you may have separated from this person for, it's been some time, like a couple of years maybe. So for whoever this applies to, can we get their perspective towards this person? It says High Priestess. All right, so it doesn't tell us much. What can we expect from this person that we're spying on for whoever this applies to? So it's saying 7 of Pentacles. It's saying whoever this individual is going to try and make better decisions, or they're contemplating you before approaching you. But it's showing them in reflection. What else can we know? Final card. Interesting. Page of Cups. I'll leave that as the mystery. All right. I don't know if it's suggesting this person may come to you in a very playful manner. Hey, long time no see. How you doing? Just checking in on you. Just wondering if you're still interested. I'm just kidding. No, in all seriousness, it does seem like it's kind of implying some person at a distance that maybe it was, not the best person in the past, But it is kind of hinting that they may have changed or something's different about them. And they're wondering if you're, where you're at as far as your emotions towards them. Obviously, they don't know, but there's only one way to find out. So it could be suggesting a person that's going to reach out unexpectedly to you. All right? Whoever you are, this is a mystery reading. Anyways, I am done. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please leave me a like if you got something out of this. All right? See you on the next one. Timestamps in the comment section down below. Bye, guys.